Hi, Irna. I hope I pronounced that right. You did tell me last time.
Yeah, yeah, Shannon. It's Irna, but Irna is all right.
Oh, so close.
No problem.
So nice to connect with you again. Oh,
Mm.
you know what? I love those paintings behind you. So before we start, please tell me what they represent for you.
Well, I painted this one after my own breakthrough when I was Creatrix for the last, when I did the course and I ended and I came back home and well, that was what I was feeling after the Creatrix. How do you call it in English? Traject
Break,
program.
breakthrough. Yep.
Yeah, and after that, I painted that one because I really felt as if my heart was opened, but also from me. So it's open and now closed, but intimate, and I really felt as if I had jumped from the place I was to my open heart. So it is, yeah, and I let a designer make my logo of it. So it's really coming from what I experienced.
So beautifully symbolic. You are so creative. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just happening when it's happened, and if you feel that you have to put it on in a painting, you just have to do it. And I did it, and this is the result. So I used it for my website as well. So it's a start
Mm.
of new start, new me. And my practice is your you. So ah, it was complete for my feeling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, when did you first experience Creatrix?
That was in June 2019. I did a course, and in that time it was uh, live live course for a whole week with all sisters getting trained, learning the creatrix modalities, and practicing with each other. um was also as a result that we were all uh, yeah, had our breakthrough in that week. And after that, there were many online trainings, but we started with a live week, and I liked it very much. Yeah,
Hmm. Why
in
did you,
2019.
oh,
Mhm.
2019. Why were you led to Creatrix in the first place? Like what
Because of
guided
my
you there?
own, yeah, Facebook. It was,
Mhm.
I was, I think, struggling consciously the last 20 years from my life since I was 40. Conscious from my issues. Not good enough. I'm not important. A pleaser. I can't do anything right. Uh, the main purpose was of main issue was I'm not good enough. So that made me uncertain, little, uh, but nobody saw it because I was a powerful woman at the outside, but always fighting, fighting, fighting to be powerful. And I did in 20 years, since my 40s, all kinds of coaching trainings. I don't know what I did not. So, and at the end, I was so conscious about what my issues were and the moments that I was triggered in them and what it did to me. And then I was struggling to recover from it. And then was happening the next thing, and there was I going again. So, and in that period, that I was really thinking, if I exactly know uh, uh, what my troubles are, but how I don't know how to get rid of it. That was the main. In that moment, Creatrix passed by on Facebook, and I thought, oh, wow, this is what I'm looking for. That is how it started.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what's
So and
changed?
then,
Sorry, go.
well, that yeah, at that moment, I I had contact with a Dutch trainer, Nicolene. She's not working anymore now, but that was the person who talked to me and told me, yeah, okay, you are ready for Creatrix. It's no problem, but why aren't you going to do the course yourself? Because with all the experience you have from the last 20 years, you know exactly uh, how to help women if you have the right tool. Well, and that was the moment oh, yes, of course. Yeah, why not? So that's how it started.
Mm. And what's changed for you since you've done the course?
Yeah, I can say everything. I can see everything. I'm living my dream. I always dreamed about traveling around the world, but I didn't dare to. And yeah, how could I? I had children and family, and so I only did what I had to do. But my dream was traveling and see a lot of the world and the adventure. And at the end, after I did my Creatrix, I I left my job, but I had a good income, a good salary, but I couldn't be there anymore, so I left my job, and I just started with my practice. And from that moment on, I was building my practice. I was just started um, at the end of 2019. I prepared everything to co-work live because I thought the Dutch women, they don't like online working. I have to do it live. So I built my practice and got away for a few months to Australia. And in that period, I was thinking about and preparing. And when I came back, it was February 2020, and I should start my practice. And then was Corona, so I couldn't do anything. I quit my job. I had no income, and I couldn't work. So my sisters in Australia told me, "Hey, Irna, why don't you go work online? We do it here all the time." Yeah. And then the issues came. Well, that's not good for me. I can't work online. I don't like ICT. I now blah 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 blah. Well, they were solved in 1 week time. So I did some creative sessions with my sisters, and I turned everything around to online in 1 week. And from that moment on, my business was starting and flowing and going, and I could work online, traveling. So now, me and my partner, we have a camper van, and a great deal of the year we just travel in Europe. And meanwhile, I'm just working if I want to, and if I want to have a break, I don't work. But that's the ultimate freedom for me to travel, to live and live the life as I want to live it together with my big love. So yeah, that's the change.
Huge changes. You mentioned
Yeah.
earlier about not feeling good enough and not feeling important. Does that still affect you now?
Now I don't even almost can't remember how that felt. I know it was there and I see it in the women who I help now. I recognize it, but I have a new reaction on that. It isn't, it it's sometimes it was I crazy? That feeling. Yeah.
And how long did you carry those thoughts around for?
Yeah, unconsciously, yeah, I think my whole life till I get got in my first burnout when I was 40,
Mm.
and then I got in a development for myself, and then I became aware of these thoughts, of these monkeys on my shoulder. So um, I think it has unconsciously led me through my life the first 40 years.
Mm.
And when I was 59, and yeah, I get rid of it. Yeah.
Go you. And it just sounds like so much life has opened up for you since doing that.
Yeah. And it is, um, what I tell all the women that I'm helping afterwards. Well, your body now is so authentic, close to itself. You're so close to yourself. It's you have just to listen to it, to take the right steps for you to still keep that feeling what you feel now, to be happy and stay happy. So it's all about change. It's all about willing to change. It's all about uh, feeling what you don't want so that you stand still and think about what you do want and how you can reach that. So if I start getting unresty, how do you call it in English?
Yeah,
Unrest, that I,
unrest, yeah. If you feel unrest, yeah, or yeah.
then I know
Unease. It's unease,
unease
or
or
yes.
anxious or if there's starting to feel in my life, in my body, then I know, oh, what am I doing? And what am I doing not good for me? So what do I have to change? And sometimes it's just to make a decision, but you have to be conscious of what you're feeling and act on that. And if you don't do that, it won't help.
Mm.
Dus it started with change innerly and in your inner feelings, your body, and everything. But then you have to live change.
Mm.
That is the biggest change. Bringing the biggest change for me. I
Mhm.
think that's also the basic from Creatrix. That if you don't want to change, and if you think, well, I lose my job and my salary, or I lose anything. Well, if you are not willing to change and take that responsibility for yourself, it won't happen. It
Mm.
won't get you happy.
Mhm. Mhm. So is it fair to say that you're more connected with yourself now?
Yeah, I know now what it is to be connected to myself. Now, if I say to the ladies, I get you so far, we are coming together so far that you're you. I'm feeling me, you're my, how do you call it? Close to myself, um, and open-minded. Yeah,
Mm.
it's a big
Oh,
difference.
oh, massive. I just love hearing these stories so much.
Mhm.
Now, if
Yeah, I can
yeah.
imagine.
Oh. If you had any words to say to ladies out there about Creatrix, what would you say to them?
If you feel the sparkle in yourself, take the first step and go talk to a transformologist and ask and get know more about it so that you know what you can do to take the next step because it's the first step to happiness and you have to take that step. But if you feel it, this little sparkle in yourself, you have just to do it. Then you know that this is what you have to do.
Mm. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining me tonight. Well, morning for you there. I
Yeah,
really,
it's morning here in Holland.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. What time is it?
10:45.
Ah, there you go. It's quarter
No,
to five.
yeah, 10:45.
Ah,
Yeah.
excellent. All right. Well, I really appreciate your time and have a fantastic day. And thank you for sharing your story with everybody out there. And hopefully it resonates with somebody that's looking to improve and change their life.
Who knows? I think it will. And
Yes.
thank you very much for listening to my story. And I
Oh,
could tell it
I
because I'm
will.
happy to tell it every time again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.